Oh, look at that. That is fantastic. I'm Joseph Brooks, and this is Lawyer in the Kitchen. Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make a barbecue pulled pork, and we're starting out with a butt. Now, what's interesting about this is a Boston butt, and I never knew why it's called that, but I'm going to get to that. It all has to do with wine. You see, back in the Revolutionary War, these Boston butts, were put in big barrels like wine barrels, and they were called butts. So a normal wine barrel is about 60 gallons, but a butt is 126 gallons for wine. And so when you have 126 gallons of wine, you have a buttload of wine. Well, this particular piece of meat, the Boston butt, was a very popular piece of meat to put in one of those barrels with brine back in the time of the Revolutionary War. This is not the shoulder per se. This is just above the shoulder or the front leg. It has nothing to do with the word butt being the back of the hog. It's the top of the shoulder. And this is going to be a great Boston butt. We are going to put some rub on it. We're going to score the fat like this, and then turn it a little bit and hit it on 90 degrees. And we're going to put some mustard on it. Now, the mustard's not really going to have that much flavor. The only real purpose of this mustard is to hold the rub that we're going to put on it. And the rub is going to be salt and pepper and a little bit of garlic. About 50-50 on the salt and about a third garlic. So this is a very simple rub, as we talked about. We're going to put this on the top. We're going to cook. You know, everything there is in cooking is controversial. From the temperature to what the mixture is on the butt, where you put the fat upside down or upside right, and I'm going to put the fat on top. And I've seen a lot of things that say, don't do that. Put it on the bottom, it'll drip in. It's going to drip in anyhow. So I'd rather it drip through the meat and drip down the sides. And that's how I'm going to do it. Now this is a bone in. So how we're going to cook this is this. We are going to put this on the grill at 205 degrees. I'm going to cook this for a total of 14 hours-ish. And in about 4 to 5 hours, when this meat is about 165 degrees, we're going to cover it in foil, put some of the juices in that foil. I'm actually going to put it in a aluminum pan, and we're going to let it continue to baste and cook at 205 degrees. When this thing is done, we want it to be between 200 and 205. So we'll just pull this apart. Won't really need forks. Should just be able to pull it apart with our hands. Yeah. All right, we're going to put this on the grill in about 15 minutes. I've got the grill getting warmed up. I've got the wood, which I'm going to use pecan and apple. No, I'm going to use pecan and cherry. You want to use a light wood for this. The flavor, the meat has not a lot of flavor. We want the smoke to affect it, but we don't want it a heavy smoke. We don't want something like oak would be good. Oak would be just perfect. So would obviously cherry and apple, and alder would something a light wood, but not mesquite. Nothing mesquite or hickory is too heavy a wood for this. So I've been soaking the cherry and the pecan. I've got cherry chunks, and I've soaked these for about 45 minutes. And I have the pecan underneath. got this where we want it. It sounds like it's going to rain. And it feels like it's going to rain. What do we do in Seminoles cups? I just want to. What, University of Miami, University of Florida. How do we have these in our house? Okay, all right. So we're ready to put our tin on with a little bit of apple juice. We're going to use indirect heat. All of the drippings are going to go into this pan, and this is going to help moisturize it for the next 4 to 5 hours until we get to about 165 degrees. My grill is at 205, and we're going to keep it at 205. I might ramp it up a little bit at the very end, but that'll be tomorrow after this is covered with foil and actually sitting in a new, here we go. This is, we have divine intervention. You hear that thunder? It's beautiful. All right, so we're gonna put it on. It's exactly 6 o'clock. We're gonna put this.
Is it okay that that's crooked?
What's crooked?
The grate. The grate.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, you can push it down a little bit. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Not at all. All right, a little crack in here. We're gonna move this down here. I do have to put the probe for the temperature. I'm gonna put that right here into the meat. And I'm gonna make sure that my probe wire is not in any way possible going to get to the fire, because this is a brand new probe from the last time I cooked, which was the Wagyu brisket, where we burnt down the tent, my handle, and the probes. But it was a great brisket. Our pork roast is cooked for about 14 hours. We had it on the grill for the first 5 hours, and at about 205 temperature of the grill, and the internal temperature of the pork was 165 at the end of 5 hours. I've taken it off the grill last night and put it in the oven at 205 because the grill I was having a horrible time keeping this grill at the right temperature. It was everywhere between 205, 210, 240, everywhere, because I need to put a new seal on it. And so it just made more sense to put it in the oven. Now, when we took it off the grill, we covered it up completely in the pan. We put a little apple juice in there and covered it up completely tight with 2 layers of foil. So that's how it's going to be when we take it out of the oven. Now we're going to put it in this cooler. I've got a towel in the bottom. Once I put the pan in here with the pork, I'm going to cover it up with a towel and then put the top on it. We're going to rest this for at least 1 hour, no more than 4 hours. I'm going to rest it for 2 hours, and then we're going to have a look at it. You know it's covered up really well. You can smell that. And it smells fantastic. Hopefully it looks great. We'll see in a couple of hours. We've let this pork roast rest for 2 hours in a cooler covered with towels. And a towel on the bottom as well. It's still hot. All right, we haven't seen this now for 11 hours. It's all been sealed up. So here we go. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Look at that juice. All right. Let's see how this, oh, look at that. Look at that. That looks fantastic. God, that smells good too. How is that? That's fantastic. And here's the barbecue sauce, Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce that we made yesterday. It has set for a whole day. And this just absolutely, look at that, how it comes off the bone there. It's just beautiful. And here you have a barbecued, grilled Boston butt with Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce. We'll try this right now. Oh, look at that. That is fantastic. That is juicy, tender, tasty, a little smoky, little heat from the barbecue sauce. It's fantastic. Thanks for coming to Lawyer in the Kitchen. See you next time.